This stuff might be a little bit difficult, but I'm guessing maybe for the first land it's going to give us some relatively easy ones, but we'll see. There might be like a difficult optional one that I'll probably try to do and get killed on or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it looks like it's linear, probably like my first world was. I've uploaded my world like 4 times, so I'm gonna say that my first world, the final version of it, is already uploaded now. But I'm gonna replace it like, I don't know, in like 1 to 3 months from now, probably. So you guys have like, I don't know, at least 4 weeks probably to beat my world before I make a new one. The good news is that most of the stuff in my world is pretty easy compared to like a lot of my stuff. Like my hardest stuff right now is optional, so that's really cool. This is really nice. The music is, sometimes people don't really understand what the flow level should be like, but this music, whoops, I'm goofing off. There's quite a decent amount of danger here, but not too much. It's like, Whithie really knows how to hit the sweet spots on his 3D world standard, in my opinion. And like, there's usually danger in 2, which is great. Like, I've had my share of... In fact, Whithie, aren't you the one? Were you the one that has that really crazy level that I haven't beat yet? I can't remember if it even has clear. Or was it somebody else? I remember it was a... I think I was playing it relatively recently. There's a 3D world. I'm gonna guess maybe you put it as an optional level in this world, perhaps. Or maybe not, because you might have too many levels for that. Anyway, that was solid. So was that a fresh one, maybe? I don't know. It was airship. It was airship, and then I remember the second zone was cut in half, and I remember it was really evil, because there was a... It was maximum height, and for the entire course, we were being chased by a meowser, even in the first zone. And I remember, yeah, it was the slow setting on the auto scroll going upwards, and I remember the second gauntlet didn't have a checkpoint, or it did, but there was no catsuit or something silly like that. It was crazy. I was like, oh, I don't want the checkpoint, I don't get a catsuit, it's too hard. And there was no cat spells on the second gauntlet. I was like, oh man, this is so hard. I'm still trying to beat it, I think, but I took a break from trying to beat it. Oh my goodness. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know but that it was a thing, but I played like a whole bunch of different levels in my core spot, and then I tried playing them on Course World, and I'm like, wait, I already played these, but it didn't get marked as played, so you probably weren't even getting notifications that I was playing your levels, but I had a bunch of them in Core Spot that I was playing. Oh, I probably could have picked up some more lives. Life 23, I'm not too worried about my life count right now. If your levels are anything like mine, it's kind of hard to game over just because you get too many lives, which is fine. I'd rather have too many than not enough, I guess. Just because, like, having to deal with the game over animation is kind of annoying. Another reason. Oh, oh, oh. I was gonna see if I get like a 1-up from sliding, but not enough of them. Yeah, that's nutty, man. Like, how long did it take you to do that? That's insane. He keeps throwing like fireballs like right at you and stuff. He kept taking damage so much. Really tough. Oh yeah, dude, I beat a really tough level. I probably spent more time on it than I did on yours, but it only had us going up like once, and it wasn't technically an auto-scroller. We could go up at our own pace, which is nice. I should show it to you sometime. You might like it. Here, let me see. It was a parkour course, basically. It was really slow going up. It would have been... I need to add it to the, I need to add it to the Explorers Guild document. I started making a couple of documents. I need to add way more, like, makers and courses to it. I don't want to get too caught up in all this, but let's see here. See if I can remember what the guy's name was. It might have been Mumu314. I think that might have been the maker's name. Let me take a look at this real quick. Of course, another maker's P. Whoops. Translate. No, don't do that. Trampoline trail. Okay, let me try this 80. No. We're not listening to it. Foreshadowed Paths. Well, that can't be right. Who was Mumu? Why am I remembering this name so distinctly? Never mind. I probably just played a ton of his levels. I guess that must have been why the name stuck. So I think it was before number P, then. Okay, well, I remember the title of the course. Well, this is awkward. Well, I'll share it with you later, I guess. Yeah, never mind. Whoops. Somewhere in that list is an amazing 3D World course. Actually, could it have been... Would I have added it to upsetting courses on the right-hand side? I might have. Let me double check real quick, see if I recognize like, a name that really sticks out to me. I don't think it was just a Baloo. Nah, I don't think so. Okay, yeah, I don't know who it was. I'll have to figure it out later. 2.5 hours to beat all the Meowser level with the no checkpoint, checkpoint 1 and checkpoint 2. Okay, yeah, that's quite a lot of time. I'm not sure how much time I've spent on it yet. I want to say I might have actually added your name to the Obsidian courses list. I'm not sure. Or maybe I didn't highlight it. Maybe I spent most of my time off stream playing it. I'm honestly not sure what I did. But I definitely played the crap out of it. Yeah, been struggling for sure. Oh yeah, I was really proud. I got a first clear on one of Ren High's courses with the Katsu. That was pretty hype. Anyway, alright, continue on. Let's finish up your first map so we can start playing other people's maps. I'll make sure I get it to you after the stream, the recommendation. Because if I go back and look at my first clears list, it's not going to be in my last 100 first clears because I have too many of them. There's something like treetops. There's like Mario treetop level or something silly like that. Like the very beginning, well, it's a one-jumper course, but you get to jump, you get to, you know, grab a whole bunch of trees to help you out. Oh, I took a bunch of damage already. That's unfortunate. So basically the premise of the level, if that's the right word, is you're being in the water so that way you don't lose the clear condition. Because if you touch the ground, you're screwed. You lose it. So one thing that was kind of interesting was it was super slow. Like, I didn't even beat the clear check time. The clear check time was like 8 minutes and like, I don't know, maybe like 9 seconds or 11 seconds or something like that. And I got like, I think I was behind by like a second or two or something. I was like, wow, I was so ashamed because it had taken me like so long to beat it. And I thought for sure I would beat the clear check time. And by the time I beat it, it had 100 players on it. And a lot of them had tried a lot of times. Like, I can't remember what the average number of deaths was or clear attempts per player was, but it was actually pretty decent. It was pretty high. Like, I want to say it was at least 20. It might have been a much higher number. But yeah, I actually started playing it when it had like 30 or 40 players. And I was like playing it like, you know, off and on every once in a while. Oh! For, you know, weeks on end. Maybe like once a week or so I'd play for like an hour or so. It was pretty cool. So it took me quite a while to beat it. I think it was like a total of 2 weeks. But like I said, I wasn't playing it constantly. Just every once in a while. I wanted to see if there's anything down here. There's not. Okay. Well, I'm big through the pipe. That's progress. You don't think it has a good difficulty curve? Oh yeah. I've been finding that NSMBU and 3D World are definitely a couple of my favorites. I don't like Super Mario World as much. I've been building in Super Mario World a lot, but that's mostly just because that's the content that they want. Like my Autosword coin collecting series. Well, I love coin collecting in Mario World. It's my favorite one to collect coins in. But anyways, I enjoy a decent Katsu coin collector level every so often. So I've been building a lot of that stuff. So I actually, my coin collecting 5, 6, 7, 8 were all auto scrollers, and a lot of people have a heck of a hard time, like the difficulty with the Katsu and the difficulty with the auto scroll. So on Katsu number 8, I decided to make a new chapter in this series. So like my first 4 Katsu courses were of course not auto scrolls, and I made another 4 that were. To spice things up. Because I had already made so many SMW auto scroll courses where you're supposed to collect coins, and so at that point I feel like I had advanced enough as a player that I could both design and clear an auto scroller cat suit course that had been like the very first course that I wanted to make, but I wasn't skilled enough in either regard to be able to build it. So that was a really nice moment for me. That was one of the first courses I think that I clear checked with my new controller too. Back then, when I was playing newer courses, I was using a much worse controller. It was a terrible controller, but it was comfortable, way more comfortable than Joy-Con. But like the button pressing and depressing timing on the ABXY was horrible. So, oh, you mean the actual game? Oh, yeah, you might be right. So, oh boy. Are you planning on making any NSMBU levels now that the Koopalings are a thing, I wonder? And if not, are you planning on playing some NSMBU boss fight courses? Because I've got some really tough ones. I've only made a couple of, like, boss fight-centric levels that are, like, really tough. And, you know, relatively unforgiving, because the idea is that the players are supposed to get practice by playing the level. So, you know, there's no babying the player checkpoints. Instead, the checkpoints are, like, in convenient places in order to be able to fight the bosses quickly over and over again, is the idea behind the series, which I think is loads of fun, both to watch and to play. I had a blast playtesting both of those courses, and I know there are quite a few streamers that have also had the same sentiment. And so I'm excited about the new update, not just because of the Super Worlds, but because they gave us a whole bunch of new bosses, which I can throw into my Boss Fight Madness series. So I guess start spending some time on that, which I probably will be doing during this stream. I probably won't be able to spend very much time working on it, but you get a sneak peek at some of the stuff I'm working on. So I'll probably avoid looking at Boss Fight Madness 1 and 2 during this stream, unless you want to get spoiled. It took me a long time to get good at Boss Fight Madness number 1. Like, I remember as a streamer, I was really struggling. I was still using my old controller when I cleared that too. I remember a lot of people would send me hard NSMBU levels, and I never had a chance. Even if the clear rate was relatively high, I was still getting wrecked and frustrated. So that's when I decided I needed to build my own, like, really tough level. And I made sure it would be, like, really fun for other players, too, so that they could get good as well. So basically, yeah, we have get good checkpoints in that series. But, unfortunately, one thing that's been happening is, with the game over mechanic, with these super worlds, Nintendo seems to be telling us, well, the only thing the game over does is kick you out of the level, make you lose your checkpoint, which is completely worthless. So if we actually want to do a real game over on the player, we have to, like, use checkpoints in our levels. Like, do, like, a red coin saving level, I guess. So I have made some red coin saving levels, but not very many. But I'm going to be making some more. So those are going to be, like, my main 3 goals from here on out, is I'm going to be making red coin saving levels. I'm going to continue making more Katsu coin collecting levels, because it's 3D World, and I just love the Katsu in general. And, of course, the Boss Fight Madness series is going to continue. Oh, wait, no, there's a 1/4 series I forgot about. I'm going to be making more auto-scroll Madness courses. Well, I have to make a first one, actually, first. But we'll see about that. I might end up changing my mind about that, but I've had plans to start on an auto-scroll Madness series for a long time, because there are a lot of streamers that don't really appreciate, like, the art and the hilarity and blah blah blah. A lot of streamers love it, but there's still a lot that don't. And the reason why they don't like it is they don't like the feeling of being embarrassed. Like, with these clear conditions, they go a long time through the level, and then they finally die. And because they panic or whatever. So the goal with the auto scroll madness will be to dispel their frustrations and to train them to be better at like the auto scroll coin collecting series. So I guess the plan will be to be building that series while I'm building the new chapter of Katsu coin collecting. So after the current chapter of Katsu coin collecting is done, which is going to be, it's currently super standard, which means star coin collecting, like NSMBU Deluxe, is the optional challenge, because people wanted optional challenge. They kept telling me again and again, why don't you just make a casual level that you can just run to the end on? So I've built 7 of those now. Starting today, the 7th one was just released, and that's the one I told you might want to try to get a first clear on. So after I do number 8, then that chapter of super standard 3D world stuff is going to be over for me. I think I'm gonna return to not quite the exact same style as Katsu coin collecting 1 through 4. It'll be a little bit different, because what's going to happen is I'm gonna every level will follow the format of you choose a warp block. You choose like the easy warp block or the hard warp block, and so either way you get to do a level, and you have to collect all of the coins in that level. So it's going to be like there's going to be like 128 coins, for example, in the level, and the clear condition will say collect at least 64, but they actually have to collect all 64. So they get to choose either the hard version or the easy version. And I was kind of inspired a bit by that, by like the level design. See, the way your level is just like your super world, it's linear, right? But not everybody likes the linear progression because they want to be able to choose. They want optional levels, they want mandatory levels, and they want easy paths and hard paths. So that's what I have in my final version of my first world. And so I'm inspired by now, since people seem to be enjoying that, I'm going to do that in my coin collecting series also. So after I do that, like while I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing the auto scroll madness series, and then after that chapter is over, the Katsu, I'm going to go back to auto scrolling Katsu, because I only built 4 of those levels, and I'd like to build more of those. But yeah, that's everything that's been happening with me with my development for the most part. Oh, also, I made like my first extermination challenge in SMBU style, which is loads of fun. You might make a boss rush one. You should check out my boss rush level. I think you might like it, but I have no idea if you're going to play any of my stuff or not. But if you do, let me know what you're playing, just out of curiosity. I mean, I'm going to get a notification maybe, and if not, you can tell me in chat, I guess. You might have turned your outbound notifications off, which is understandable if you want to like be invisible mode or whatever. Anyways, so I do have clear videos, of course, if you want to see them. I did actually make a document for that. This probably would have explained a lot too. Like, I use this document to help me keep track of what I'm supposed to be working on next. Kind of. But you can also, if you wanted to click the hyperlinks, then you could find out how to beat the levels in case you're getting stuck on them. A lot of my viewers tell me that they find my levels confusing. I remember I recently made a red coin saving level where somebody like was going into the boss fight rooms and thought that there was like some kind of death pipe that they just went into. And I was like, no, you're supposed to kill the giant fish, and he gives you a key and which unlocks a door inside the room. Well, he couldn't see the room very well because it was darkness. But it's kind of interesting. But yeah, the red coin saving levels are so difficult to clear check. I had to like clear check that thing like 10 times because I like had to keep re-uploading it, or like partway through I was like, wait a minute, this is wrong, you need to fix it or whatever. Because I don't know what it was, but I kept derping out and messing something really big up. So I ended up uploading it like 2 or 3 times. No, it was definitely 3 times I uploaded it, I remember. It's kind of embarrassing. But yeah, people weren't able to use the checkpoints actually until I uploaded it the 3rd time, believe it or not. I should probably stop playing this level now and play somebody else's level. Alright, we're gonna come back to your desert map in a moment. Let's see here. So, do we have anyone selected? Oh, we have weeks selected. I think okay, I'm not sure if we can still hear or not, but we're gonna hit next, and I think we're gonna be doing, whose is this? Is this Panda's? After we do, if we get through Whithie's castle, I did notice that what's-his-name's levels are starting to get higher difficulty. I'm gonna go peek at that dude's list of courses. I'm gonna see if he has more unbeaten courses, because I want to pick up some more first clears. So I want to do some more first clear challenges. With this update, there are lots of people making new courses, so there's too many courses for the people to try to farm first clears to pick up all the first clears, you know? Like, there's courses that are simply not getting played. They have 0 players on them, so there's lots of first clears out there just waiting to be grabbed right now. And so I want to spend some time doing that on stream as well. I'm gonna see if I'm supposed to be going in this pipe. Yeah, probably. Oh, so that's for a 1-up. Nice. That's really fancy. So, like, did you remake all of your levels or something? Because this one seems a little bit familiar. Whoa. I'm thinking about, like, deleting a bunch of my stuff and remaking it. Whoa. I'm not really sure. It's hard for me to say because I'm too good at 3D World. Like I think a lot of this stuff is pretty easy for being super standard. It feels fresh and new, not frustrating. So I hope a lot of players would like it, but I'm not really sure because I feel like 3D World needs more standard stuff. Like it needs like more casual courses for people to enjoy. Like for people to just practice. You know, honestly, I think it could use maybe some more power ups here and there. Maybe like I don't know, like more cat suits, I guess. Or like more builder suits, and like add some cat suit checks and builder suit checks. Maybe if nothing else, make the builder suit and cat suit. Like if you want any optional levels, make the optional levels be levels where you have builder suit or cat suit checks or something to make them practice those suits. But for these linear courses though, don't let them be like cat suit or builder suit courses because then people are gonna rage quit your world, right? So yeah, if you want to add that stuff, make it optional levels. That would be my advice. But yeah, so far it seems like it's pretty good. I don't have any complaint, but that doesn't mean other people won't, and I'm not really sure if I'm the best person to ask for what I would anticipate the complaints would be. Because yeah, I do try to farm first clears, so what I do is, aside from playing like the new course first clears, is I'll take a look at ones that are kind of old. And a lot of the time, for old courses, I check out the 3D World courses first, because those tend to be easier than the other ones, simply because the other people that are looking for first clears simply aren't playing the 3D World courses. Because there aren't enough people that like it, basically. But that might be changing soon. It might be changing soon. I've always felt like maybe like people like you and me, when we make 3D World courses, is kind of holding our maker points back a bit. Like we could get more points because if we were building on other styles instead, because a lot of people will simply not like a level just because it's 3D World. But with this new patch, with now 3D World getting like so many new power-ups, and also the like well, actually the head boxes or masks, whatever you call them, they're a completely new power-up. Like you plant it somewhere and they will keep respawning, which is interesting. So we need a pipe with them, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But what was I saying? So maybe the general populace will start appreciating 3D World more now. I don't know. Oh, I need a keys from somewhere. So I'm just go to the left. I feel like I played this level before. Yeah, you probably remade it. Wait, you can't put a key inside a tree, so where is it? I must have not killed something that I was supposed to kill, I guess. I don't know why I forgot or what changed. Yeah, I have to go back down. So it wasn't any of these ants, I don't think. I just can't seem to get at them. Oh, I got a key from something. Oh, I guess it's because I threw the trooper down there. Somehow collected it. Oh man, this one, okay, the timer might be a little bit on the tight side. You know, one thing I might do for some of my courses is I'm going to tighten up some of the timers. Like, almost all of my courses are like a 500-second timer. And I should tighten it up. Like, a lot of them could be like 100 or 2 seconds, 200 seconds, instead of 500. That would be more interesting for the players. Every level was made months ago. Oh, yeah. So what might have happened is a lot of these, I'm like this one in particular, I feel like I played it. So I must have played it in the core spot, so it didn't get recorded on Course World. Yeah. So I already beat that level. I'm sure of it. I remember getting a little bit lost towards the end. But it's obviously mechanically simple enough that it would beat it. But anyways, yeah, because it's 3D World, like I am not like irritated at all by replaying any of these levels. That's how much I enjoy 3D World. But I feel like if a lot of people's Super Worlds, they're just not that much fun. Which is kind of, that's why it's been a little bit disappointing to me that Whithie doesn't appreciate the 3D World as much as I feel like they should. So how do I get that trampoline? Maybe come back later. What's in here? This one seems like I played it too. What do you do? Oh, you get killed. Okay. What was here? Oh, come on. Yeah, I've 100% played this level already. Did I play it on the Course World? Nope, I didn't. That's fine. I'm playing it now. Now it'll finally get recorded. I felt so bad about not having played it on the Course World. It didn't give you the +1 play and the +1 clear and +1 like and all that. I was so shocked when I found out it was a thing, that it was not working the way I thought it would. It seems weird that I'll be like, maybe it's because we like going offline for a good reason. Oh, fresh air feels so nice. Whoa. I don't remember these trees stacked on this area. That's kind of interesting. The green mushroom, okay. I wonder if I'm not supposed to take this trampoline this way. Wait, what's in there? I'm probably wasting my time. I'll be like, just grab a green mushroom. Oh no, that's a key. Oh, I was supposed to do this. Never mind. Wait, where's the door? Was it in the other zone? I think it was in the other zone. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I am, A-Sites. Not sure if there's something hidden in there, but I searched too long. Oh, I don't need this, I guess so. Oh, yeah? Hmm. Well, I mean, ite is like a slang word that I've heard my friends say, so... And ace is a typical normal word, so... A lot of the time what ends up happening, like, if people use some slang in their name, it's not something expected, because they're not actually... Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Your name was pretty easy to understand what you were going for. I don't know. Just people use, like, bad grammar and stuff, like, misspell things, or use numbers, and it just gets complicated, and it's like, come on, guys, get real. I don't know why I'm commenting on this. Alright, let's go next. Did I beat them all yet? Yeah, it's linear, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm like, I have so many lives, so I think the average player could totally get through your level without gaming over, which is nice. And then they don't even need the houses. I've made a super world myself, so I'm happy to support other streamers, other makers by playing the content, and that's what I'm doing right now. This guy, I've actually played a lot of his levels already, so me being awesome might be a product of me having already played most of his game already, if not all of it, so, yeah. Back in the day, I used to download a bunch of stuff to the core spot and play it, and downloaded a lot of his stuff. Man, I took a lot of damage just now, didn't I? Was I big? I'm not sure what it was. Well, I'm small now. I should have switched to Toad by now. I don't know why I'm still Mario. Maybe I'll switch to Toad if it actually starts getting hard. Oh! I thought it was fine. I guess I should have sidestepped it a little bit. Silly me. We only finished map 1 so far, but I'd like some feedback on it. Okay. Which styles were you using for it? Is it only single style, or are you using one of each? Or what's up with that? I wonder. Just curious. So, what tile set is it? I'm guessing you might be using grass like everyone else, or... I don't know. Well, I just beat the castle, so... But I wanted to take a peek at some first clear, opportunities. So I'm gonna play one more level from Whithie here, first one in World 3, and then I'm gonna take a look at some first clear opportunities, and we might see if what's-his-name is still here, and I might play at least one more level of his, because his levels are starting to get harder, I think. Or no, I might be able to clear his castle, because I was actually doing an optional level. Maybe I'll do all the ones up until his castle, because I still might want to go back to that hard level and beat it today, but I don't want to keep other people waiting too long, because it's kind of hard for me. Oof. I guess it's up to him. Would he rather see me 100% his super world, or does he want me to go on and see his next map? I think that might actually be his last map in the super world, now that I think about it. So maybe I should just go ahead and beat it. That way I get +1 super world cleared. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh no! This is a trap! It's a trap! Get out of here. Let's just calm down and stay alive. I might have to switch to Toad. It's starting to get hard. What is this? Alright. Is this the bonus or the main? Wait a minute, how do I get that 30 coin? Go this way. Yeah, I was playing Whithie's world. He might be working on some updates. But anyway, one of his worlds was broken. One of the things I told him, I don't know if he's changing it or not, I wouldn't hold your breath. But one of the issues I had with his world was I was giving over, like, a lot, because, he didn't have enough coins in his levels. I mean, that could be purely intentional, I have no idea, but definitely, like, without enough coins, we can't get the lives that we need. My level, of course, has, like, some kind of silly extermination challenge where you can get even more coins than getting in Whithie's world, so... But I think the average player will not have as many lives as I do right now when we get to this point in the game. The bonuses are 7 and 8, okay. Thanks for clarifying that. Now more people are playing it? Cool, is it because I gave you a bunch of likes? I've noticed that if you like something, it makes it, like, more people end up playing it. It's, like, shoved upon them. Alright, let's go ahead and quit for now.